Hello there, you lovely people. I hope you're safe and I hope that you're well. In this week's video, I would like to give you some do's and don'ts of how you can be a really good friend to somebody that might be experiencing a breakup. So I would like us to talk about how it may be feeling for that particular friend and what they're going through. And then I've got some do's and don'ts just to make sure that you're on track to continue to be that really great friend that you are. My first thing that I'd always want you to remember is that actually for that particular friend to have you going through this experience of what they're going through, they're really, really lucky, because just by you taking the time to watch this and wanting to make sure that you're doing the right things in order to support them is just incredible. And actually, a breakup is where they are experiencing a loss. Now, whether they're the ones that kind of created the breakup and actually broke up with their ex, or whether they're the ones that have had that relationship finished, aka being dumped, it's really important that we kind of just understand how lucky they are to have you. Because the sad thing is though, when people experience really, really tough times, sometimes it gets too hard for people that they just want to give up. So how lucky are they that they've got you? Because actually, to a certain degree, where would they be without you? Okay, so now let's get on with some do's and don'ts. What I do want you to do is I do want you to make sure that you're there to listen to them. I don't want you to necessarily walk into a room and go, how's the breakup? How are you feeling? And things like that. I want it to be on their terms. If they want to talk about the breakup, they can talk about the breakup. So maybe just ask questions is, what can I do to help you? In what way would you like me to support you? If they're feeling really down and feeling maybe lonely, just being with them. As a counsellor for myself at school, I never offer tissues. I have tissues on the side, but I don't offer tissues. Just to kind of just bear this in mind. Sometimes for some people, subconsciously, what it could represent is a cuddle, and tissues is there, I've had enough of listening to you talking. I've had enough of listening to you whinge or whine or your tears. So maybe just sitting with them or just cuddling them or just being beside them, just having your hand on their shoulder or on their knee can sometimes just be the best thing. So making sure that you do not bring up the topic of the breakup, but bring it up in a topic of you wanting to know how they are feeling. And again, it's just on their terms about how much they want to talk about their ex. My next one is that I want you to remember it is not about you, okay? So do not bring this and kind of make it the you story. This is about them and their breakup. Therefore, I don't want you to be able to say to them, oh yeah, I experienced that, or yeah, my ex did that to me too. I want you to remember that actually this is about them, okay? So for you, that's to zip it, lock it and put it in your pocket so then you can listen to them. It's not about you. My next one is don't try to fix it. No matter how much pain, how much heartache your friend might be experiencing and going through, I need you to recognise that you cannot fix it. You're going to really, really, really want to, but you can't. Therefore, I need you to remember not to get involved. Now, that particular ex may be a friend, which might make it even harder for you, and you genuinely do not need to take sides. However, that ex might be really annoying you because you're the one who's picking up the pieces, or you're the one that's seeing your friend so hurt with their heart breaking. But just remember, by you meddling and maybe getting involved could make the situation worse. What I would encourage you to do as a friend is, if you are feeling that, is to maybe do a no-send letter and maybe just write down how you're feeling as if you had that opportunity, what you would say to them, but just refrain yourself from sending it, because you never know how much messier you might make it. And I know your intentions wouldn't be there, but you just never know. One of my big do's is do lift them up, do remind them of their self-worth, remind them how amazing they are, because right now what they might be experiencing is such a confidence knock. Their self-esteem might be kind of completely just knocked down. So what I want you to do is I just want you to remind them that they are amazing, that they are an incredible friend, that they are a brilliant person, that they are so kind and caring, and actually that they've got that courage within them. As a friend, this is one of the most important things that we can do. Okay, we can't fix it, we can't mend it, we can't kind of ease their broken heart, but what you can do is you can remind them of how amazing they really are. Another do, I've got so many, another do is I want you to validate their feelings. I want you to acknowledge to them that it's okay that they're feeling this way, and that they're not being silly or they're not being stupid. Because sometimes what happens is that they'll be thinking that they're going crazy inside, that maybe they're just kind of overreacting and things like that. But I need you to remind them and just to validate their feelings, to allow them to know that it's okay to feel that way. Don't make it, stop overreacting or just get over it, or it's been 3 months, you should, just stop now. Just validate their feelings. Just allow them to feel as if it's okay for them to feel what they're feeling. What they're experiencing with this loss is a process where they're having to learn to live their life and adjust without having that person in their life. Therefore, I need you to acknowledge that it is okay for them to feel the way that they're feeling along that journey. What I do want you to do is I want you to prepare yourself for the bargaining stage. Now, bargaining is where somebody who's experiencing loss will go through this particular stage where, certainly if they're the ones that have been dumped, will be thinking to themselves, oh, if only I did this, or if only I didn't do that, or I wish I did this more. This is a completely natural process that they're going to be going through. It can be quite exhausting for you because you're the one who's going to kind of be answering these questions. But it's just to remind them that, they are where they are now, and let's just kind of be together where you can support them as much as you can. And I don't want you to remind them of how well their ex is, or give them updates about their ex, or, oh, I saw this picture of your ex and he's doing or she's doing this. I want you to be able to just, you might know it, but you don't always need to tell them, okay? So maybe just keep that information back. If they ask, then you've got 2 options. You can either just act dumb and I don't know, or you can be honest with them but play it down. So don't be going up to them going, oh, look at this picture, or did you know that they've got a new girlfriend, a new boyfriend? Just kind of play it down a little bit, because what your friend's trying to do is to process the breakup, not necessarily realise about how well the other person's doing. And one of my final don'ts is I don't want you, and this is tricky, okay, but I don't want you to speak bad about their ex. I don't want you to fuel their anger, their frustration, their bitterness. I want you to just kind of try and keep as much as you can. You might feel it, but try and keep that within you, because sometimes what happens is when we continue to speak badly about somebody is that it just doesn't help the situation. It doesn't fix it. So therefore, just maybe hold back from maybe fueling and adding more words to how that friend is feeling. And just another one is that make sure that you look after yourself, because it can be absolutely exhausting when somebody is just taking from you because they need you as that friend. So please just make sure that you look after yourself too. So I'm not saying that you can fix it. However, there are some do's and don'ts to make sure that you're on track of being that great friend that you are. And like I said at the beginning of the video, who knows where your friend would be without you, because this process of a breakup can be so overwhelming. And whether that's a new breakup that they've never experienced before, or whether that's a long-term breakup that is just literally as if the end of the world for that particular person, because it is massive. And whether you know it or not, it can really, really hurt. Anyway, thank you. Thank you for being that great friend. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for wanting to help them. And stay awesome yourself. See you later.